Could a rider like Van Aert, known for his brute power and raw ambition, ever win a modern Grand Tour? At first glance, no. Van Aert is simply too big and brawny to hang with the pure climbers like Tadej Pogacar and Jonas Vingegaard in a Grand Tour. And the Giro especially is always one for the climbers. With its trademark brutal final week, even a slimmed down, lean and mean Van Aert would have a hard time hanging on for the win. A podium? Sure, anything is possible with a rider of Van Aert's qualities, but even that would be a stretch. Let's take a look. Van Aert, not the first brawler to see GC hype. This wouldn't be the first time that a cobble-basher was hyped for GC potential. Fabian Cancellara and even Peter Sagan were, at different times of their respective careers, promoted as possible Grand Tour material. Looking over the years, there hasn't been a bigger classic-style rider capable of winning the Grand Tours in nearly a half-century. The last one, perhaps, was Francesco Moser, and he only won one Giro, thanks in part to a course tailor-made for his style of racing in 1984 that was long on time trials and short on climbs. Moser was the beast of his day, capable of winning such races as Paris-Roubaix, Milan-San Remo, Il-Lombardia, and a host of time trials, one-day races, and stages. Sound familiar? Van Aert is built of similar stuff, and he's shown in the past few editions of the Tour that he's capable of riding much deeper into the mountains than any rider such as Cancellara at his prime. Just look at the past few editions of the Tour. Remember when Van Aert rode up and over the Ventoux in 2021, or rode like the wind over the Col du Galibier as a key member of the raid that caught out Pogacar in the 2022 Tour? With the Giro light on tap for 2024, perhaps Van Aert could race it for the first time, but racing for the pink jersey is a stretch. Two relatively long time trials, the first at 37.2 kilometers and a second at 31 kilometers, could bolster his chances. Though there is a relative lack of brutal climbing stages, there is still plenty of vertical packed in across 3 weeks that would make life very difficult for a rider of Van Aert's build. Van Aert can climb, no one's doubting that. In the 3 editions of the Tour, he's arrived to Paris, he's finished 20th, 19th, and 21st, respectively. It's more a question what he stands to gain from trying to do it. With the Giro coming just 3 weeks after Paris-Roubaix and the big classics push, it's hard to imagine Van Aert could rebound in time to be fresh enough for the action-packed first weekend of stages to open the 2024 Giro. And there's plenty of unfinished business at the classics for Van Aert, who still has yet to win a Tour of Flanders or Paris-Roubaix. Why would he want to try to trim down to suddenly become a Grand Tour rider in time for the 2024 Giro at risk of losing his raw power when he still needs to check off some major career boxes? What might be behind a possible detour into the Giro for 2024 would be perhaps some interest in rewriting the script for next year. Since he barnstormed onto the scene in 2019, Van Aert has largely followed the same blueprint every year, with the classics, the Tour, and the Worlds all stacked up like pressure-filled dominoes. With the Olympic Games in Paris and a chance to win the gold medal, Van Aert might opt to race the Giro, skip the demands and pressure of the Tour, and have a clearer and smoother approach to the Olympic Games and World Championships.